Matt for AVNation.tv. We are here in lovely Las Vegas, Nevada for Infocomm 2018. We are in the Barco booth with my friend Erik Iverson. How are you, sir?
Doing great, Matt. Thanks.
Erik, you guys are showing a lot of really cool stuff here. A lot of people within the industry might only know you from your projectors and ClickShare. They're learning slowly about Overture, as that's something that you guys debuted a year or two ago. They may not know so much about what we're standing in front of here, which is your screen management system, or platform, really. And that's something that, from a rental staging side, that may be known a whole lot more, but in our commercial AV world, it just may not be as well known. Let's talk a little bit about, A, what screen management is, and how it differs from some other iterations of that type of product, and then dig into what you're showing today.
So obviously in the industry, for many years we were in HD and kind of lived there. And we had our older Encore system, which was multiple boxes to create whatever it was you needed in multiple HD screens. But now with 4K and random resolutions coming around, LED has taken a very strong foothold in larger events. And it doesn't really conform to standard resolutions. So that's where screen management comes in. We're able to take standard resolutions from, say, a computer and then slice and dice, scale, whatever we need to do to make it fit that kind of odd-shaped or odd-pixeled displays. And then also when we're trying to get into much larger displays, like, for instance, we have our 8 4K monitors behind you there, that's not something that's typically coming out of a computer natively. So now we can take 4K images and reassemble them into one larger image, or take one 4K image and blow it up across the entire screen and still maintain good clarity in the image and best practices with color management.
Very good. When we start looking at the different chassis, because it's not just a one box fits all. You've got multiple configurations. You've got a smaller control surface there. You have a very large, again, event style console back behind me. Why do you need to supply so many different ones versus a one size fits all?
Well, I probably have a different shoe size than you do. It's really what it comes down to. So every event is different. Each event has its own size requirements. I'm not going to take the large console into a small, tight trade show booth. And my small console may not be enough to drive a super large event because there's not enough handles, not enough things to get to immediately. So it's really about sizing the equipment to the show instead of sizing the show to the equipment. Very good. So we have a lot of different iterations we can create. We call it Legos, essentially. And it's already kind of coined from the Swedish company, or Danish company, I guess it would be. But we embrace that concept of, okay, I can buy this kit, but then I can mix it up and use it with all my other kits to create something new. And so that's kind of the whole concept around our screen management systems is they all use the same cards. So I can be on this smaller platform. If I need to, I can combine this guy with a larger or another processor and create a larger system.
So it makes scalability really simple.
Absolutely, it's all about scalability. Now this all kind of matured and ripened in the events industry. When we were designing the platform, we were looking at both, okay, we have our core market, which is events, but we also want to make something that moves into Pro AV as well. So looking at the scalability of events, they never do the same thing twice, so they have to have an inventory that they manage and be able to put one thing here today and then move it over there with something else tomorrow to create different levels of shows. So taking that same concept into Pro AV, it's okay, not all installs are the same. You have small installs, they don't want to pay for the big chassis. So we have a smaller chassis going down to a 1RU chassis with 2 cards. So depending on the level of what they need, we can provide the right chassis and the right cards, and we don't have to fully max out the box. We can populate just what's needed. And then for some applications they want to be able to grow into other things, then they can add cards to do that.
Are we seeing with the expansive design aesthetic that's going into a lot of these events and a lot of these shows, we're not just seeing a double screen or a triple screen situation. You're seeing a lot of really creative uses of LED and projection. Has that driven the design factor of these devices? Is that coupled together?
Flexibility and creativity is key. Thankfully, we're no longer hearing, just get me good enough. People want great. That was the slogan in 2009 was good enough. And we've thankfully gotten out of some of the economic struggles we had then. We're in a growth period now, and these products are designed for companies trying to grow. So you're going to start off with something smaller, and you want to add to it as you go, but you don't have to replace the whole head end every couple of years to do that. And it's about longevity. We don't build these products for a 2 or 3 year term. We look at the long term. Our core market has to make return on investment. They got to make money off of these products.
Right.
And now we're looking at in Pro AV applying that same thing into cost of ownership. So you know, your TCO now is not having to refresh your system all the time.
Right.
We can literally go in and change a few cards, and we've now taken you from one level to the next.
Very good. Erik, to find out more information about all of your show management products, your ClickShare devices, Overture, projection, the whole kit, where can people find that?
Best place is barco.com, and then from there you can do a search for the product you're looking for, or start cruising through the website, the different market divisions and whatnot. For our products, easiest thing to do is search for presentation switchers, or quite frankly, just E2.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. For more videos from the show floor and more information about AVNation, please visit avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.